And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. ימי החנוכה, חנוכת מקדשנו, וגילו ושמחה ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ויום סביבוננו יסוב, סופגניות נאכל בם לרוב, העירו, הדליקו, נרות חנוכה רהבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות, אשר חוללו המכבים. על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Chanukah, Chanukah, Jontef Ascheiner, a lustiger, a freilicher, nicht da noch a Sehner, alle Nacht in Breidel spielen mir, so die Käse Latkes essen mir, geschwinder sind Kinder, die Chanike Lichterlachon, lo mir alle singen, lo mir alle springen und lo mir alle tanzen in Korn. Lo mir alle singen und lo mir alle springen und lo mir alle tanzen in Korn. Chanukah, Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with, latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. ימי החנוכה, חנוכת מקדשנו, וגילו ושמחה ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ויום סביבוננו יסוב, סופגניות נאכל בם לרוב, העירו, הדליקו, נרות חנוכה רהבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות, אשר חוללו המכבים. על הניסים ועל הנפלאות אשר חוללו המכבים. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Chanukah, Chanukah, Jontef a scheiner, a lustiger, a freilicher, nicht da noch a seiner. Alle Nacht in Dreidel spielen mir, so die Käse-Latkes essen mir. Geschwinder sind Kinder, die Chanike Lichterlachon. Lo mir alle singen, lo mir alle springen und lo mir alle tanzen in Korn. Lo mir alle singen und lo mir alle springen und lo mir alle tanzen in Korn. Chanukah, Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with, latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. ימי החנוכה, חנוכת מקדשנו, בגילו ושמחה ממלאים את ליבנו, לילה ויום סביבוננו יסוב, סוגניות נאכל בם לרוב, העירו, הדליקו, נרות חנוכה רהבים, על הניסים ועל הנפלאות, אשר חוללו המכבים.
Mayach, everybody. It's really good to be with you. I think I'm on. I'm getting the Hanukkah spirit here, and if you have a Hanukkah that you've not yet brought up, please bring it up. Always sing some Hanukkah music. Ready? Chanukah, Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Chanukah, oh Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Sevivon, sof, 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 Chanukah hu chag tov, Chanukah hu chag tov, Sevivon, sof, 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 Chag simcha hu la'am, nes gadol haya sham, nes gadol haya sham, Chag simcha hu la'am. Dreidel spin, 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 Nun and Gimel, hey and shin. Gimel stops, then I win. Dreidel spin, 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 spin. Nun and Gimel tell the story of God's wonder and God's glory. So we sing and so Yemalel kurot Yisrael otanim ein bechol dor yakum hagibor goel ha'am mi Yemalel kurot Yisrael otanim ein bechol dor yakum hagibor goel ha'am Shema Bayamim hahem hazman hazeh Makabim Moshiach ufodeh Uvyameinu kol am Yisrael Yitached yakum ve'yigael Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Hark! In days of yore in Israel's ancient land, brave Maccabeus led his faithful band. But now all Israel must as one arise, redeem itself through deed and sacrifice. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid.
Shabbat Shalom. Happy Chanukah. Where are you going? Well, it's so nice to see you all. Did everyone bring a Chanukah? Or those of you that brought, raise your hand if you brought a Chanukah? Yeah. Nice. So the question I have for our students is, what do we light first? The Chanukah or the Shabbat candles? Students? The students first? You think the Mets can buy everyone and then you can say whatever you want? I'm not sure I'm on the air. What do you guys think? What do we light first? Why would we light the, you're correct, why do we light the Chanukah before the Shabbat candles? I mean, Shabbat's more important. Chanukah's, I mean, sorry, but it's a minor festival. Shabbat is really important. So why? Joe, what do you think?
Because it only comes like once a year and Shabbat's every week.
So then, what?
I don't know.
I like that idea, though. I like that idea, Joe. I like that, yeah. Although I would think then we should do the Shabbat candles first, because we do them every week, and then do Chanukah based on that. What do you think? Maybe we need to change the whole tradition. What do you think, Joe? Maybe not. Yeah, what do you think? Em?
To add on to Joe's, I think it might be because since it comes around less, it's more special when we light it first.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are saying something very similar, and I like that idea. I think it's a great idea. It's
Because-
wrong, but it's a great idea. What do you think? That's a great answer. She said, we've already been doing Chanukah, so you want to continue that before you do Shabbat. That's a really thoughtful answer. Not correct, but it's thoughtful. Malachi.
Tell us already. Yes.
Don't you like the suspense, Lila? Come on. That's the reason. We traditionally do not light candles on Shabbat, right? You can't light anything. So that's why traditionally when we do the candles for Shabbat, if you ever seen this minhag, it's actually based on a Kabbalistic practice, right? Which is when you light the candles and then we do this. Close your eyes and do this. Well, that's actually a legal fiction. We're doing that because we're not allowed to light the candles on Shabbat. We light the candles, then we say the blessing and they're lit. So, you are absolutely right, Malachi. The reason why is because, in fact, that we can't light on Shabbat, so we have to do the Chanukah first. Therefore, for Saturday night when we do Havdalah, you have to do Havdalah first, then you do the Chanukah. Because then you're permitted, after Shabbat ends, to light the Chanukah again. Excellent. Well, I think we better light the Chanukah after all this. So if you brought a Chanukah, I invite you to come forward. There's a lighter on each table. I liked your rationale.
Taking notes on how to start a lighter.
So go ahead and light the shamas if you want. The lighter can. There you go. Thank you, Abram. This table is really efficient. They're all over here and Good. We ready? Let's do this.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu להדליק נר של חנוכה. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim lavoteinu, hayamim ahem b'azman hazeh. Ma'otzor Yeshuati lechanae v'shabeach, tikon beit tefilati v'sham toda nizabeach, letachin matbeach mitzar hamnabeach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukah tamizbeach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukah tamizbeach. Rock of ages, let our song praise your saving power. You amidst the raging foes were our sheltering tower. Furious they assailed us, but your arm availed us, and your word broke their sword. When our own strength failed us, and your word broke their sword. When our own strength failed us.
Chag Urim Sameach. Happy Chanukah, everyone. And now we're going to continue the lighting of our Shabbat candles. I'd like to call upon Joe and Lila to lead us. You guys want to read the English that's up on the board? Once you do that, go up to that mic.
In every beginning there is darkness. The darkness of chaos seems eternal. Yet form emerges, light dawns, and life is born.
In the beginning, the Most High made heaven and earth.
In every beginning there is darkness. The darkness of ignorance, which smothers human dignity. The darkness of fear, which chokes the creative will. The darkness of tyranny, which stifles freedom.
The Most High said, "Let there be light."
The Sabbath candles celebrate the divine power that makes for life and light.
Thanks. And now that we've welcomed Shabbat, I invite you to welcome the person next to you. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom. Maybe introduce yourself to someone you don't know. Wish them a Shabbat Shalom.
Enjoying Hanukkah so much, but we've got to have a little bit of Shabbat here this evening. Just a little bit.
That's right. That's right.
Lecha dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabla lecha dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabla Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umevorach. Lecha dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabla lecha dodi likrat kala pinei Shabbat nekabla Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umevorach. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom umevorach.
We continue now with our call to worship, Baruch Hu. I invite you to please rise if you are able. Join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim v'chochma poteach she'arim uvitfuna meshane itim umachalif et hazmanim umesader et hakochavim v'mishmerotehem barakir kirtzono borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or uma'avir yom mevi layla ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. לחי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. We join together. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, for whom the evening flows. Let's have our mazel tones come back up, as the rest of us will take a deep breath in.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai lai. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la la lai lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai lai. You shall love with all of your heart, your soul, and with all of your might. You shall teach your children to love and to know what is right. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai la lai la 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 lai lai. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
But you all to please be seated. We worship the power that unites all the universe into one great harmony. That oneness, however, is not yet. We see imperfection, disorder, and evil all about us. But before our eyes is a vision of perfection, order, and goodness. These two we have known in some measure. There's evil enough to break the heart, good enough to exalt the soul. Our people has experienced untold suffering and wondrous redemptions. We await a redemption more lasting and more splendid than any of the past. When will redemption come?
When we master the violence that fills our world.
We look upon others as we'd have them look upon us. Once we were in bondage, then we were free. In this first liberation, our people saw revealed the power of the Most High. They perceived that God's presence redeems time and event from the hands of tyrants. We too acclaim the power that makes for freedom. We sing the song that celebrates our deliverance from Egypt and all bondage.
Mi chamocha
Give us a place to rest, Adonai, our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over Jerusalem and all the world. I hear you, brother. It's been a long week for us, yes. We continue now with the central portion of our tefillah. Please rise if you're able for the Amidah. Absolutely more.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov. Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor veHanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Bekonei Hakol, Bezocher Chastei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Le'ma'an Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato l'shenei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, U'mito melach, Melech meimit u'mechayeh, U'matzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'emanat le'hachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kadoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence like lightning illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay touched by God, reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it. Blessed is the Eternal One, the Holy God. Baruch atah Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated. We join together. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha, lacha na'el lehodot. So invite us just to take a few moments to offer the prayer that we find in our heart at this very moment. We now focus our energies toward those who are ill and in need of healing. We think of Jasmine Anthony, Janet Agrovich, Sally Mendez, Hannah Bat Miriam, Bobby Barco, Bob Bell, Robert Berg, Arnold Berliner, Sandy Beinstock, Carol Brindell, Barry Brown, Rich Burns, Melissa Champer, Chu Chi, Talia Sorowski, Deanna Courtwright, Carolyn Franklin, Holly Fugit, Marilyn Fuller, Roberta Gabriel, Josie Garcia, Marcia Gieser, Marina Gaffney, Charlene Griffin, Jack Huff, Olivia Hand, Linda Harris, Dr. Gary Height, Jennifer Johnson, Mimi Jones, Arlene German, Sylvia Karp, Evelyn Katz-McCosker, Shirley Lerner, Carol Lesage, Bobby Lotman, Emmett Lowry, Austin Lucero, Janice Lucero, Gerald Maddox, Missy Marsh, Stephen Marceri, Rich McCarthy, Neil McElwee, Rich Meador, Beverly Meador, Vivian Cooper Moore, Gunther Myberg, Lawrence Neal, Barbara Wanamaker-Neiman, Brad Parkins, Gabrielle Pollock, Heidi Preston, Stephanie Rasmussen, Linda Rogers, Julius Rodriguez, Eva Rose, Devone Ross, Patricia A. Rosie, Daryl Sanchez, Laura Sanders, Victoria Schneider, Nina Shapiro, Shirley Silverman, Jonathan Stern, Donna Thyman, Gina Thrower, Kara Thayer, Steve Umecki, Teresa Walsh, Jeannie Watson, Nancy Weisenfeld, Eleanor Williams, Sue Witten, Sherman Wong, Yaakov Ben Ada, Brandon Yarkin, and everyone who is suffering from COVID and any other sickness out there right now. We join together praying for their better health as we join together.
Mi sheberach avoteinu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Wonder what's next. So what is Chanukah? What's Chanukah? Miracle? Yeah? Festival of Lights? Good answer. You want to say something to Daniel? Okay. What?
A minor holiday.
That's right, Daniel. It's a minor holiday, yeah. That's right. Daniel's a good boy.
A time to think about how the Maccabees freed us.
Beautiful answer. Man, you were on tonight, girl. Woof. That's right. That's about the Maccabees freeing us. What else? Yeah.
And the victory of the Maccabees.
The victory of the Maccabees. That's right. That's right.
Where we celebrate how the oil for the menorah lasted for 8 nights instead of 1.
Uh-oh. You're right. That's the story in the Talmud. But guess what? That was made up by the rabbis because the real story of Chanukah, it's not a children's story. The real story of Chanukah, like you know, the Hasmoneans, which we call the Maccabees, which was a family, It was a small group of Jews. It wasn't all the Jews of that region. It was a small group. But they did something that we don't do in the Jewish tradition. It's called guerrilla warfare. It's true. You cannot surround your enemies in the Jewish tradition. You have to let people leave if they don't want to fight. You have to let them lead in the back. And they didn't do that. And because of that, the rabbis, we did not celebrate Chanukah for about 400 years. Seriously. For a very long time. Because when they took control of the Hasmoneans, they decided to break another major important, very important law for us. And that is the separation of synagogue and state. Exactly. And they didn't do that. They combined forces with both, and that was also wrong. So the rabbis of the Mishnah said, these are not good people. No way. We're not going to talk about this. We're not going to mention it. And so that's why they wrote that story about the Ner Talmid. They actually wrote this story about the Ner Talmid, because here's the real story of Chanukah. Why is it 8 days? Well, it's because that's the miracle, right, of the Ner Talmid. We have enough oil for 1 day, and it lasted 8 days. That's what the Talmud teaches, not the story. What happened was we didn't have access to our temple. What is the holiday of holidays? Now, we think Yom Kippur is the most important. We know Shabbat is, but there's one holiday called Chag. Every holiday is called Chag, but one is referred to as Chag, and that is Sukkot. How many days is Sukkot? I wish it was 2. Nope. It's an 8-day holiday. Well, we were not allowed to experience Sukkot for 3 years. And when the Hasmoneans finally took control of the temple, the first thing the rabbis did was to celebrate Sukkot, even though it was in the winter, the 25th of Kislev. They still did that. That is why it's 8 days, Chanukah. And so what is the thing that's most important that we do during these 8 days? What's the most important thing besides the presents? And latkes, those are very important, and the sufganiyot are really important. But what's the most important thing? Okay, let's see if you're 3 for 3 today. I don't know if you're going to be able to be 3 for 3.
Spending time with your family.
Well, I like that one a lot. I'll take that. Spending time with your family, absolutely, absolutely. But the mitzvah that we're supposed to do is what? Light the menorah, or the Chanukah, right? The Chanukah menorah, which is a Chanukah. And where do we light that traditionally? At home, exactly. But at a window that faces outside. So last night, a few of us, actually a bunch of us were there. Last night we were in Los Gatos and we did a major candle lighting, right, Cantor? Pretty major candles, that's right. And I have to tell you, in the old days I would have said, I don't believe religion should be in the public square, and I wasn't really comfortable with those kinds of things. But with the rise of anti-Semitism, and it's really bad, we need to be in the public square now. And so Los Gatos, which has been struggling with anti-Semitism for quite a bit this past year or 100, we decided that would be a good place for the Jewish community to light the candles, and I thought that was really cool. So I would say to all of us, even those that celebrate Christmas and Chanukah, it's really important to take that Chanukah, make sure it's facing the window and outside, and that we're proud. And if you want to decorate and do all that, go for it. But the real important thing is that Chanukah. I want to tell you something that we do every night, and my wife's somewhere around here, so she'll affirm this for you if you want to ask her later. But every night what we do, we live in a cul-de-sac, and across the way, we have really these two wonderful older people. We love them, and they come over for Pesach every year for our Seder, and we just love each other so much. And they have their big Christmas tree that's facing the window. But they ask us every night that we're going to light the Chanukah to call them. And they're at their window, and we're at our window, and we light our Chanukah, and they're there watching it because they love it so much. And that's what it's all about. That's why we need to do what we do, because you never know, someone on your block will look at that and go, I don't know what that is. They may ask you a question. What a great opportunity to have a conversation. So I would say we have to be out as Jews. We get scared that anti-Semitism is rising, and our response is, we got to hide. No, no, no. No, no, no. We got to be out there even more. And that's why I was very comfortable being in Los Gatos last night, because I think we have to be out there as Jews and be proud of who we are. It's really important. Do you agree? All right. What's your favorite thing about Chanukah, though? Your favorite thing? Is it latkes over presents? You said latkes right away, Lila. Yeah, I'm with you. I think latkes are fabulous. Yeah. Have you tried blueberries on your latkes? Try it. I'm telling you. Yes. What do you think, Maya? Spending time with family. It's the truth. Absolutely. Absolutely. What else do you like about Chanukah? Yeah. Playing dreidel. There you go. A game that lasts a good 15 minutes. All right, one more thing. One last comment from our scholar in residence.
Giving presents.
Giving presents. Nice. I actually like that too. That's fun. Nicely done, everyone. Nicely done. Oh my gosh. I think we need some announcements, Jeffrey. Because that's what it says on the slide. So we have to do, if it's on the slide, we have to do it now. It's our new rule. There you go, my friend.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. My name is Jeff Rudy. I'd like to welcome you to our Kabbalat Shabbat Hanukkah service led by Rabbi Dana Magad and Cantor Leah Shafritz. And the Mazel Tov. After the service, we invite you to the Temple House to enjoy Kiddush and Hamotzi and Oneg together. Tomorrow, let's celebrate the seventh night, which is also Christmas Eve, together as we join Sisterhood for Chinese takeout on game night at 6 p.m. Please sign up by tonight so we have enough food. We also provide soft drinks, coffee, and tea, but you're welcome to bring your own liquid refreshment. The JFS Embrace a Family Drive has been extended until December 26th, so take this last opportunity to provide a requested holiday gift to people in need in our community. Just use your phone link to click on the QR code on the poster in the lobby, Shalom Table, or use the offline link and you'll be brought straight to the shopping list. Purchase your selection and JFS will deliver your gift and bring light to a person in need. Looking on to January, on January 8th, the Nonfiction Book Club will be discussing Startup Nation, so you still have plenty of time to read this fascinating look at modern Israeli culture by Dan Singer and Saul Singer. On January 12th, you have an opportunity to do a virtual museum tour of the Tenement Museum in New York City. And on January 22nd, our next Bagel and Speaker series will bring us Rabbi Shelley Lewis, who will discuss his 2021 book, Letters Home, a Jewish chaplain's Vietnam memoir, and a topic related to his military experience. His 2013 book, Torah of Reconciliation, about the centrality to Judaism, that is a search for peace and reconciliation. Our annual campaign wraps up next week. We appreciate any donations you're able to give to help keep us going strong and bring you those amazing programs. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Hanukkah.
We continue with Elena. I invite you to please rise if you are able.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'yotzer breshit, shehu noteh shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim himal, u'shchinatu zo begovhei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
As we now come to the moment in our service, we think about members of our family and our community who've died recently in years past. I invite you, upon hearing the name of your loved one, if you choose to stand as a sign of love and grief, and to remain standing till the names on our yahrzeit list have been recited. Then together we'll all rise. On this Shabbat, we are mindful of those that are grieving the Shiva, the first week of mourning for Mitzi Sapper, beloved member of our congregation and mother of Judy Sapper and Ernie Sapper. We also think of those that are grieving the Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning for Robert Denike, Betty Fargo. We also think of those that are grieving the Shana, the first year mourning for Michael Barco, Henry Barsky, David Berg, Richard Berriesi, Esther Burton, Curtis Cage, Dr. Ed Kahn, Ruth Kahn, Eldon Chernes, Rhoda Edwards, Nestia Fistrom, Fritz Gottfeld, Jacqueline Hall, James Hayward, Gail Jacobs, Walter Jacobs, Laura Jacobson, Steve Koss, Sylvia Lazarus, Bobby Lebo, Bernie Levine, Miriam Mickey Brisant Looper, Rita Lauren, Emmanuel Marquis, Rochelle Marquis, Harvey Offenhartz, Thomas Parkins, Herman W. Poland, Gladys Popolo, Corinne Ravel-Retchen, William Shepard, Randy Shev, Norman Siegler, William Silen, Jerry Turchin, Leanne Wanamaker, Reuben Morgan, Rabbi Marty Weiner. We also think of the following yahrzeits we observe on this Shabbat as we think of Donald Atlas, Yetta Bach, Evelyn Berman, Doris Burns, Jack Browdy, Rose Bronstein, Herman Brown, Hyman Carl, Diane Creech, Hilda Diamond, Jacob Dublin, Mervyn Feinstein, George Frank, Francis Frank, Jay Frankel, William Gazang, Florence Glassman, Lillian Goldstein, Joseph Goldstein, David Graff, Helen Grant, Tilly Hanlon, Yitzchak Hannett, Wally Hirsch, Gary Katz, Benjamin Coppell, Marion Kotlier, Albert Cragen, Marcus Lavsky, Annie Levin, Jules S. Loventhal, Isidore Marcus, Jim Margolin, Helen Matzner, Julius Mendel, Dorothy Morove, Robert Pollock, Rose Pollock Berlant, Shani Raphael, Roberta Kayak Richmach, Lauren Rosenberg, Lois Rosette, Rebecca Sachs, Walter Schwartz, Marty Selden, Lily Shopko, Ben A. Solomon, David Summer, former president of our congregation, Dr. Hank Stein, Gabor Stancy, Paul Swirsky, their own Tabor, Al Wanamaker, Sarah Clara Weinstein. Zichronam Livracha, may all the memories of our loved ones endure as a blessing as we now all rise to recite together our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba, ve'alma divra chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon of yom echon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agalav uzman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitrumam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shmei dekudesha b'richu, le'olam minko birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'elma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo Rabba mishamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'akol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'akol Yisrael, v'akol yoshvei tevel, v'imru amen. I invite you to please be seated.
Unless you are a mazel
Unless
tov.
you're a
And why don't you
mazel
line
tov.
up in front of the steps for us?
And as you guys come on up, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for doing such a great job this evening and for really making this a special Shabbat service. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Well done, Mazel
Well
Tovs.
done.
You guys are getting great.
We'll conclude with a couple more Hanukkah songs.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, let's skip to the end of the slides here. Our mazel tones are going to help us learn. Just keep going, Rabbi. Keep going to the end, all the way to the end. We don't have the words for this one, but you don't really need them. So we're going to learn this all together, and then we're going to split into some parts. And you can feel free to choose any part you like, because they all go together. It's a good one. Lots of latkes, lots, of latkes, lots, of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up, lots, of latkes, lots, of latkes, lots, of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Sevivon sof sof, 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 sevivon sof sof. Maccabee, mac 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 Maccabee, mac 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 Maccabee, mac 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 Maccabee, mac 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 Maccabee, mac 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 Maccabee, mac 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 mac. That's the whole thing. Let's try it all together. Whatever part you like. Here we go, mazel tones. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots of latkes, lots. Let's all eat 'em up. Sevivon sof sof, sevivon sof sof, sevivon sof sof, sevivon sof sof, sevivon sof sof.
We continue in the temple house. Shabbat shalom, everyone, and Chag Sameach.